I know fighting.
That's kind of,
and I know football.
Right.
I don't know if you heard me say.
You know what I mean?
That's
if you take yourself to task.
about it. I know the weight. I know my way around the weight room.
Did you hear me talk about it on stage in Canada, in Washington, where I said I'm 36 now and I've reached an age where I realized I am a fucking idiot. Like you just get to a point where you go, I'm not smart. You know what I mean?
No,
but there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
but you should realize that.
But a smart person will realize that. That's the thing. Dumb people don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
true.
that you're not smart. Like, I'm not impressed with anything because, like, let's say you meet a brain surgeon or whoever it is, the NASA, cool. When I was focused balls deep since I was 4 in football, you decide you're into rockets.
Right.
You went down that path. I went down this path.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But if I chose to go down that path, I could, maybe I won't be as good there, but I'll be pretty fucking good.
Yes.
So I never get intimidated with that stuff. It's just
Maybe not NASA.
Even with that, like if I dedicate my life to NASA, I'd do pretty well.
So
now,
hold this thought, because
I'm not gonna be able to compete with the Nazis that they brought over, but I'll put a fucking good effort in.
The Nazis.
I'll show up every day.
They were real good at NASA.
But you're so right about that. I did a podcast for a long time where I interviewed the biggest academics, the smartest people who wrote these books that were seminal books. I interviewed the academic all-stars, the academics, the professors in college that everybody talked about. And what shocked the fuck out of me.
How boring they are.
Well, they just know a lot, right? About they speak a language. There's a scaffolding.
How little
they can
views
tell you
they
about
bring.
Darwin. They can tell you about Copernicus. They can tell you about all this
The
stuff.
YouTube algorithm doesn't fuck with it.
If you ask them about what did Einstein do and all that, you can
They know
ask
all
them.
that.
Okay, good. Now, tell those guys to turn a profit in a business. Tell them to run a business. Tell them to do anything.
It's a different skill set, though.
They're so fun. They literally.
But you
are
need
kids.
people like that. But then ask him to list off Conor McGregor's last 7 fights. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you feel stupid? That's how I feel when you're breaking down rockets, motherfucker.
Some people have a computer, like Ben Shapiro has a computer in his brain that works faster than all of us. But Bill Gates, that's like running a
like Elon too. Now, don't get me wrong. If whatever Elon with that brain, you can't compete with that.
Different.
But
autism
normal
brain
people, different.
Like
it's
a
a superpower.
That's a super
legit
machine.
superpower.
Yeah,
It's different.
Supercomputer.
Yeah, you're not.
So you think
it's
it's more of just a processing power more than?
I think what you get good at is pattern recognition. I think you get good at repetition. Good when you have good teachers and you practice and you specify on something. That's how you get really good at something.
But I think
when you start talking about smart.
Yeah, I think you get really good at it because you're into it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll run circles around the guy from NASA if you want to talk about serial killers, fighting, football.
You know serial killer shit?
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, though. It's whatever you.
It's just what I'm into.
It's what you
and he's
focus
into
on.
rockets and dicks. You know, it's like I don't fucking.
Yeah.
It's not impressive to me.
Yeah, I'll tell you a sign of intelligence. What impresses me is when people can show me the difference. When people say something like, I'll see a thing and I'll go, it doesn't sit well with me. And then somebody highlights or defines what that is. Yeah, that's what Jordan Peterson does. That's what some people are very good at, where I go, oh, damn, you gave language to a feeling I couldn't express. So I couldn't articulate why I don't like that. And then somebody will come along and say something like, they'll say, what you're doing is you're replacing originality with vulgarity. You're
I don't hang out with
replacing
anybody that talks like
you're replacing
What?
No, but listen, just listen. You're replacing original expression, which is really hard to do. To be a really original artist or really good at comedy. The cop out here is that you're replacing that work with shock factor. Shocking people is easier than being original and have people go, oh fuck. When somebody breaks that down, you go, fuck, that's what bugged me about it. I didn't know that. I'm using a rudimentary example, but I'm saying that's impressive to me.
Chin, do I tell him he's spiraling?
Tell him.
Am I spiraling?
You're spiraling. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I gave Brendan the answers.
I knew you did.
No, you
told
did.
you.
That was a great job, Brian.
Of course I did, because I said 1450. I was like 1453. And then he said Bosch, and I was like,
Hey, in my head though, I was like, maybe I don't get all of them right, Nick. Like, no,
my
when he
favorite-
said 14, 15, I go, I know it's around the 15.
when you said it, I was like, he doesn't know anything about Constantinople.
No, not a
The
clue.
fall of Constantinople. He didn't know who the Ottomans were. I was like, And then Bosch? Bosch?
You did great. That's my
But you know what
My mom's
you know what you
favorite.
did a good job though? When you said it's my mom's favorite artist. I went,
Then you're like, all right. No, you know what? But
I saw you seething. for a
Card.
minute.
No, I wasn't serious.
Hey, the only thing that gave me that is my mom's legit favorite artist is Monet.
Also,
like,
when you
loves
did,
Monet.
also when you did 5 cents, I went, hey, hey.
Wait,
I
hey, but
love
also
watching your
Nick,
face.
Nick, you're too obvious. Some of them, like, oh my god.
My favorite part was
And by the way, 5 cents is the right answer. Now I just figured it out.
you couldn't see
you
it,
didn't.
but
Yeah,
at one
because-
point when I asked the Constantinople question, because I had the answers written on Brennan's paper, he was looking at the one that said all of them, and I was like, no.
Yeah, I went, hold on. Man. I was like, straight through. I was like, 14.
What year did they fall? All of them.
I was like, all of them. I was like, that's a trick. That's a trick. Right?
All of them.
That's funny, huh?
Oh, you got the answers mixed up? That would have ruined
Yeah,
it.
and I was like, all of them. I was like, that.
I read the wrong question.
And then I looked behind, I'm like, I'll just switch those. 1453.
No, I knew. I was like, hey.
So, dummy new guy wannabe Dave Landau had to placate Schaub by giving him the answers, and he still got all the questions wrong. But did he say the NASA? The NASA? Oh my God. That's like when he does that thing. Hey, you loser. What's that thing he does where he goes, it's such a weird way to talk, but he's such an idiot and he's so stupid that he shocks everyone around him with his stupidity. The NASA. Ugh, and then that idiot trying to be like, if I was really into NASA, I'd be smart and stuff like that. No, you wouldn't, stupid. Because the stuff you're really into, you're not good at. You're not good at MMA. You're not good at MMA analysis. You're not good at football. You're not good at football analysis. What is he talking about? Schaub is not good at anything. You're good at being a rich kid. You're doing that great, but I mean, you're not a great analysis. You're not a stand-up anymore. I mean, you failed at that and got fired, and you can't sell tickets. But he really said football. He said he's great at, you're not great at football. You showed up to tryouts for a practice squad and you didn't make it because you're slow. And you don't run fast, but you're mainly slow. And that's without the CTE. You're a dummy. But you showed up and then, like, you're big, but you're slow. So you're just a big dummy. And you're like, hey, you guys, can I be on your team? And they're like, no. Because you suck. Because he's just slow. Like, he's big, but he's slow. And they can't use him in anything. And he became an MMA fighter, and he sucked. But, I mean, that dummy really said the NASA. And he stunned everyone around him with his stupidity. He really is a dummy. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.